Right, hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're working on this ficus that Xavier gave me around Christmas time, and we're also going to be doing some work on this lovely little lemon that Dan gave me. This tree died earlier in the year, completely lost all its leaves. I thought it was a goner, but it has come back, and I think part of that is too large a soil mix in too small of a pot. So we're just going to find something a bit nicer to pop that one into. But we're going to do some interesting work on the ficus. Let's do that one first. So I've just straightened out this piece of wire to use on the ficus, and thought actually you might want to see how I do this. Let's get another piece and I'll show you. So ignore the mess behind, this is all engine stuff. But I just want to show you, now that I've got the work bench set up, this is where I do most of my bike stuff. But now I've got this alley soft grips in here. What I'll do is I'll just straighten the bicep out like that and clamp it down. And if it's like a real stubborn, I'll just change it that way and I'll clamp it down that way as well. And it just straightens it out and you get a lovely straight piece of wire again. There are other ways to do it. You can get a plier on each end and just kind of like snap it into place, but that doesn't get the perfect pressed form like this way does. So yeah, it's just not everyone can do this, I appreciate that, but this is how I straighten out my scraps of wire. You can't be wasting that stuff, you know. Cannot be wasting that stuff. The thicker the wire, the harder it is to bend, straighten rather, manually. So this is just how I straighten my wire pieces, and then you end up with that. So back to my Blue Peter style. Here's one I did earlier. I'm going to wire the tree whilst it's in this pot before I do any work, because it's already got established root system and it's fairly compact in here. So I'm going to anchor it right down and start my first wrap there. I'm going to go quite loose on the wire but the tight coils, because I want to do something interesting with this tree. What exactly, don't know. I haven't pre-planned anything other than what I've just told you. So I think with the thicker wire, trying to pinch any leaves, I'm going to follow this leader up and just wire in between the leaves. Like so. So that's going to be my primary structure. So I can grab some wire cutters and snip that off. Then I'll grab some thinner gauge and we'll just wire out those other two pieces. Alright, so now all three of those are wired up. There's definitely no particular front, but I think this is quite nice. So let's wrap that around that leaf there and cut it off because I forgot. So the main trunk, we're going to go down, around, and up. Back that way. And with this, we're going to mimic. And I'm going to have it come back round and up. And with this one, I think we're going to lay it right on backwards. Around. And then finishing up to the sky. So that is it. From that base, what I've set up now is we can do some directional pruning in the coming years. But I think that was the main shape that I wanted to go for. We've got this one on the outside of the curve, This one I've tried to pull over so it looks like it's on top, not necessarily on the inside of a curve, it's more on the top, so that's good. I think I'm going to get rid of this leaf as well, and possibly, that one's facing down. We'll get rid of the top one, and we'll leave it at that. Right, next stage is I'm going to get it out of this pot. I'm going to have a look at the roots, and then I'm going to find a nice pot to put it in, because I look at this tree every day. It's an indoor plant for me, so I look at it every day. I want it to be in a nice presentable pot with a nice root structure. So let's skip to that part. So we've got a really nice fibrous root system. We've got even some new growing tips. Great soil, Xav. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that taprooty bit off there with my bluntest secateurs, of course. So I'm just going to take that bit off. There's not really much on there, but there. So now the difficult part for me, at least, is trying to find what kind of pot I want to put it in. Because like I said, I look at this tree every day. Some trees you put out in the garden and you go a long time without seeing, but this tree I look at all the time, so let's find a nice pot. Right, which pot would you choose? We've got lovely blue, says made in Japan in English, pot, nice and deep, lovely colour, rich blue. Got a shallow, nice contrast to the leaves. That's a nice pot. This one is, I'm just waiting for an excuse to use this pot, but in reality I think that's too big. So we've got nice green, contrasting ficus. Yeah, that works. That's nice. Or a nice deep blue pot. Oh, screaming out to me right now, aren't you? Which one you'd go for? I think I've just made my mind up though. I think it looks much nicer in the green. The tree was perfectly happy in Xav's mix. Nice and gritty, free draining. Brilliant. Of course he knows what he's doing. Old Xav. We love Xav, don't we? I was talking to Dan about Xav only the other day, and I said what gent he is, pillar of the community. And I said that we love and we appreciate him, because you know what, he's kind of like a dad to all of us. And he looks after us and supports us even when we put out crap videos. He's still there. Always got a comment, suggestion, anything. Now it's got a nice pot. I'll probably leave this alone for a little while, to be honest. A couple of years even. And just really let it fill this pot. It shouldn't take long, to be honest. It's not a big pot. But like I said, I look at this tree every day, Xav. I go past it, I water it, spray it. And you know, when you give someone a tree as a gift, you have to be okay with the fact that it could and most often dies, right? It's just the fact of it. Not everybody knows how to look after trees. Not everyone knows how to look after different types of trees. For me, indoor or tropical trees are not my... I don't have much experience with that. So the fact that Xav gave me one of these ficus cuttings, knowing that, you know, you may as well, once it leaves your care, that's it, goodbye, because it's not up to you anymore. So the fact that you entrusted me with that, Xav, I really appreciate that. And I've taken it very seriously. I've looked after it. I've loved it. Watched it grow. I've mentioned in a few other videos, but I have moved, and in my the old place where I lived, I couldn't really grow stuff because the house was an ancient Cornish cottage. It was very dark, it was very damp, and it was very cold. Not good for tropical trees. So Xav, you did give me this whilst I lived there, but I maintained it. Managed to keep it warm. I even put it in next to the wood burner sometimes just to keep the temperatures up a bit. And look, it's come out the other side, it's doing alright. And yeah, I've even deemed it safe to repot. We'll see how that goes, shall we? So look, we're pretty much using the same amount of soil that it came in. So I was completely different layout, but volume wise it's about the same. Give it a little drink. Are we still rolling? Yeah. So how are we looking? We're looking a little decrepit, I'd say, at the minute. Let's pull her back over this way. Right about there. Got these lovely stones. These are from Seaton Beach, which is my neck of the woods. How's that, guys? Xav, I hope you like it. That's your ficus cutting in a pot. There we are. Ficus in a nice little pot. Hope you like that, Xav. Right, we've got a lemon tree to do. This is our lemon tree in question. A gift from Dan of the Bonsai Project, Cornwall. I love this tree. Again, indoor, tropical-ish. Told you at the start, lost all its leaves. I thought it was dead. I did cry about it, but then it came back. So I only peeled off. There's one shoot that came right off the base of the trunk, and I peeled that one off. But it's done well. Like I said, I attribute some of its downfall to being in too many things wrong. So we're going to get it into a different pot today. We've got option 1, 2, and then 3. Can you guys see those? Yeah, so option 1 doesn't really have much room to grow. I don't like that. That one's probably a bit overkill. Doesn't really look right in there, does it? So we're left with that one. Ah, yeah, it's got to be that one, isn't it? Alright, easy. Not looking to do any root work or anything like that. I already wired it and gave it a little bit of shape, so looking to just improve the health of it really more than anything. I like this tree because the leaves are always bright, which makes me feel better in myself if it's a rainy day like it is today, or a day where I'm not feeling very well and I'm just a bit meh. You can always rely on the lemon tree. It's always bright, cheerful. It kind of looks at you like, hey, what's up? You know, having a bad day? I'm not. And that's a vibe. That's some energy that we need, that we want. It reminds me of Dan as well, to be honest. I see it and I think of him and I think of our friendship and I think of, you know, the journey that we've both been on with the whole bonsai YouTube thing. And I like that. It's a good feeling. It's nice to have friends like that, you know. So Dan, I know you'll watch this. Thank you very much. Your lemon is doing great. It didn't die. In fact, it is alive and doing very well. So now it's got a bigger pot. It's got more room to grow and to live. We're doing this in the middle of summer as well, so it's a good time to be, if you've got to disturb the roots at all, now is a good time. This is a little cake fertilizer pellet that Alex gave me. So I'm going to pop that one on there as well. And give that a water. Little lemon tree, potted up, new home, nice soil, lots of room to grow. So, ladies and gents, that's it. Ficus from Xavier, potted up. I think I'm going to leave this in the sunroom for a minute because let it recover. But I do see this going in my bedroom next to my clock and stuff, because it does come with, hoping this one fits, a little drip tray. Look at that, beautiful. So yeah, that can go inside, that can go in the bedroom and, you know, help purify the air as I'm sleeping. I don't know, yeah, is that too weird? Am I oversharing at this point? Sorry, Zave. Anyway, Ficus, lovely pot, a little bit of wiring, a little bit of fancy dancy shape, something interesting to look at. Exciting one for us to follow over the years. And then Dan's lemon tree. There you are, Dan. It's doing well. Thank you very much. I absolutely love it. And now it's got some space to grow. I'll continue watering and loving it. Other than that, please check out the links in the description. It can help support the channel that way, and just show me that you enjoy the videos. Other than that, yeah, the bike channel I should put in the description as well, in case anyone's interested in mechanics or motorcycles, because we are cracking on with some of those videos now as well. But other than that, wherever you're in the world, make sure you take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.